Hello, welcome to English 235 Technical Writing. My name is Jennifer Wertman, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to introduce you to the class and give you some strategies for how to effectively navigate our Canvas classroom. You're welcome to call me Professor Wertman, or if you're comfortable, Jennifer is also acceptable. I do ask that you don't label me as Ms., Mrs., or Miss. Those take on some suggestions that are just not the best choice in workplace. So in a workplace environment, it's best to use someone's professional title if you're going to title them. Often if you're in a working relationship where collaborating in this class throughout the quarter, then first name basis can be acceptable as well. So that's why I give those two options. And again, you're welcome to use either one, whichever you feel more comfortable with. On a side note, if there is something that you prefer to be called that is not your official class name, then just send me some sort of email and let me know so that you can use whatever your preferred name is. In terms of our class, I'm going to just get out of here and go to our sort of home page. This is basically what you're going to see when you log in. And what you're going to find is that all the information you need for each week is literally found on the home page. So you don't have to go clicking off in a whole bunch of different places in our class. It's literally all right there available for you. And I have it set up by week. So each week there's going to be a set of tasks, a set of assignments that we're going to complete. And those will always be found here. Now, in terms of kind of how to navigate this, there's going to be a checklist under each week. If you click on the checklist, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's literally just a list of the assignments that we're going to complete that a week. I highly recommend downloading that and literally checking off each assignment as you do it. It's a really great way to track your work and to make sure that you're not missing something. Then once you start doing the assignments, you would just go to all the work that's due on Thursday, click on each assignment, each task, and then work through the module. It is set up in the order that I recommend you complete the tasks. So sometimes if you try and do something too far ahead, what's going to happen is you won't have all the information that you needed. And so again, it's intentionally set up this way so that it builds on the tasks that you need or the information that you need for each week. When you get to different assignments, pay real close attention to submission information along with any other links that are available. So here's a link on how to write an effective email. Here's tips for writing a professional email. A lot of times you will see that I include things like hints or notes. Definitely pay attention to those because they're going to give you some really great advice. Like there's a reason that those are posted. And then the reason I pulled up this assignment is you'll notice that sometimes you're not going to submit something to Canvas. So the very first sort of larger project that we do in here, you are literally going to actually have to send me an email from your student email address. So you can't submit it in Canvas. You have to log into your student email and submit it from there. And so really pay attention to those different instructions that are given for each piece and make sure that you're clicking on all the different links, etc. available so that you don't miss anything. Anytime that you're on Canvas in our class, there's two places that I'm going to say do not go for information. The first is the academic calendar that's off to the left-hand side. It's going to show some assignments. It will not show all of your work. It's a flawed feature of Canvas. Same thing to do with the to-do list. The to-do list will not capture all of the assignments that you need to complete. In fact, you'll see on here, it's actually only listing out one assignment, but there is more than one assignment that is due by the 9th. And so you really cannot use those two functions and assume that they're going to be accurate. Always stick to the module and clicking on each item and everything under the module. If anything is ever optional, I'll label it as optional. And really, most of the stuff in our class is not going to be optional. Like there's a reason that I'm having you do it, and there's really intent behind it. I try very hard to never assign additional busy work. So really make sure that you're kind of following those tasks because that's how you're going to get everything that you need. The only things kind of off to the side that you might need to click on at different times throughout the quarter, the announcements. I will post an announcement every week. And announcements is also where I would post if there's like inclement weather issues or something else going on that you need to know about. So always good idea to pay attention to announcements. Of course, grades. Once there is stuff graded in the grade book, which right now there won't be, then that's where you're going to be able to see my feedback. Next to each assignment, there will be either comments, there'll be a rubric, there will be something. When there's just a little dash, that means that's something that hasn't been turned in yet. Once something's been turned in, you're going to see the little icon. Once it's graded, there will be a number there. Excuse me. So again, grades is something that you might want to click on. If you want any information about tutoring, the library, like those pieces are all over here as well. But the other big one is this inbox off to the side, on the left-hand side of the screen. The inbox is a place where you can message me. This is not an instant messenger, so it's not like you're going to get an immediate response. It's more like a type of email, but it is not email. So it only works for the quarter that you're in the class. And it really is just kind of a nice, clean click way. You know, if you're in the class, you have a question about something, it's really easy to click on that inbox and send me that question. So just like I said, be aware it's not the same as email, but it's kind of like email. And, you know, it's not instant, still going to take the same amount of time that would if you send an email. It's just more of a convenient location in terms of being able to send something really quick to an instructor. So any questions about how the course is set up, please let me know. I'm really looking forward to getting to know each of you and what your experiences are and what you want to take away from this class. And, you know, if you need anything, of course, always reach out.